And what do we ask men to fight for? They would join a crusade for freedom versus slavery, which means for capitalism versus socialism. But who will care to fight in a crusade for socialism versus communism? Who will want to fight and die to defend a system under which he will have to do voluntarily, or rather by public vote, what a dictator would accomplish faster and more thoroughly, the sacrifice of all to all? Who will want to crusade against murder for the privilege of committing suicide? I quote from my article, Choose Your Issues, in the Objectivist newsletter which I publish. Quote, neither a man nor a nation can have a practical policy without any basic principles to integrate it, to set its goals and guide its course. Just as the United States, having abandoned its own principles, is floundering aimlessly in international affairs, is unable to act, and is merely reacting to the issues chosen and raised by Soviet Russia, so, in domestic affairs, the conservatives are unable to act and are merely reacting to the issues chosen and raised by the statists, thus accepting and helping to propagate the statist premises. When the statists proclaim that their slave system will achieve material prosperity, the conservatives concede it and rush to urge people to sacrifice their materialistic concerns in order to preserve freedom, thus helping the statists and their own audiences to evade the fact that only freedom makes it possible for men to achieve material prosperity. When the statists announce that our first duty is to support the entire population of the globe, the conservatives rush into debate on whether Asia, Africa, or South America should be the first recipient of our handouts. When certain statist groups, counting apparently on a total collapse of American self-esteem, dare go so far as to urge America's surrender into slavery without a fight, under the slogan, better red than dead, the conservatives rush to proclaim that they prefer to be dead, thus helping to spread the idea that our only alternative is communism or destruction, forgetting that the only proper answer to an ultimatum of that kind is better see the red